Recently, my wife hooked me up with this amazing tiny drone from DJI, the Neo, and I gotta say, she knocked it out of the park with this gift. Not only is this drone capable of shooting 4K 30 footage or 1080 60 if you need to slow it down, but this drone is capable of flying without a remote control. Yes, you can take this out of your pocket, turn it on, hit a button, hold it, and it will do a series of 6 different predetermined quick shots. The package she purchased, again, didn't come with a remote, but it did come with 3 batteries and a charger. So there's 2 batteries here, one on the device itself. And I gotta say, I have been excited as hell about this drone. It wasn't even on my radar. She just surprised me with it and I was like, time to do some research. And of course, you know me, I've already did some test footage. I took it out to the park. I used it around the house. I used it outside. And I am highly impressed with the capabilities of this drone so far. Now, with that testing and looking up some data on this drone itself, there are a few accessories that I think will take this drone to the next level. So today I'm going to show you 5 with a bonus of 1 accessories that I have purchased for my DJI drone, and we're actually gonna put them on today. As you can see, the drone itself already has prop propellers on it. I plan on putting this drone through its paces. So in order to protect the sides a little better than they already provided prop guard, I ended up buying this propeller guard protector for the Neo on Amazon. And of course, a link will be in the description to every accessory I show today. Let's go ahead and get this thing installed. All right, let's see how easy it is to open this box. And you're gonna see quickly that I went with the orange version of the propeller guard because I wanted it to stand out a little bit while I was flying the drone. Unfortunately, the drone itself is gray, and when it's in the sky, you can't see it at all. Ooh, I like these. These are kind of rubbery, but they have some flex to them. Let's look at the instructions before we mess anything up. All right, instructions are pretty straightforward. All right, first issue I'm running into, I cannot tell which one is the left and which one's the right. I'm guessing the left goes like this, and according to this tiny picture, I guess it needs to be on the left bottom, I guess. Let's see. All right, final decision. I think it goes like this with the grooves being up to the top because I think this sets in there, but let's see. Why is it so difficult? Okay, so I'm just gonna line it up with the prop itself. Oh, I see. I see now. Okay, I got it. All right, I'm not gonna hold you. That took it about 6 or 7 minutes to get one of these sides on. And the problem was I was being too gentle. Now, as you can see, there is a lip right here that is supposed to be facing up. So your drone kind of just sits in these cups down here at the bottom. So now with that knowledge, I should be able to put this one a little faster. I just need to form it around the propeller and just push down until it clicks. I think that's it. I think that is it. We have, oh, wait, no. So yeah, when you push down on these ends here, it gives you a little, not a satisfying click, but it lets you know that, hey, I'm in there. So we're just gonna push them all in. Boom, already looking great. And these are nice and rubbery, so I'm not afraid of running into some rocks or trees with these. It looks like it's gonna just bounce off and protect my investment. I like this. This is heightening landing gear for the Neo because I found that the Neo sits directly on its battery. Oh, well, not directly, it's on its battery. You can see there's two elevations there that keep it from touching the battery. But when you're landing in grass and stuff like that, I want to try to keep this as clean as possible. So that's why I got this landing gear. It should provide a little bit of height. So when we're landing in bushes or sand, the drone itself shouldn't touch the bottom. And hopefully the instructions for these are easier than the last ones. All right, first let's just look to see what it is. Okay, it looks like there's a twist mechanism going on. I'm gonna look at the bottom of this. Okay, it looks pretty simple. It looks like I just put these under the bars. There's 3 bars on the bottom. There's 3 little hooks. And then I twist. What? That's it? Oh, that was so easy. This is the easiest one ever. We're gonna be on to the next one. So look, we put it in, and it doesn't look like there's a wrong way to put it in. Once you get it in, you just twist. Let me just double check because that was way too easy. All right, that's 2 on. Let's see if we can get this 3rd one on without a hitch. Boom. It looks like there is an opening that's bigger on one side that you need to align this thicker side up with. Once you do that, it's ready to go. And boom, we have a drone that can land itself without touching the bottom, and it doesn't add that much crazy height, but it's enough. It is enough. On to the next one. All right, while we're in the spirit of protecting our investment, I wanted to get something for the front camera here, because once you take this guard off, which you can use a drone with this guard on, it just kind of makes the picture look wobbly and it's not at its full potential. If you want to get the full use out of your camera, take this thing off. But with that, I don't want this camera to get damaged because I feel like this is probably one of the most expensive pieces of the drone itself. And if I don't have a camera, yes, you could probably still fly it, but it's not as fun. So that's why I picked up this Neo gimbal bumper to hopefully protect the front of this camera when I'm flying it out in nature, because I will be flying this thing out in nature. All right, you know the deal, let's go ahead and get it open. This one might take a little more time because I believe there is 4 screws that I need to use to get the device on itself. And fortunately, it's going to use the pre-existing screw holes on the device, so I don't have to pre-drill any holes. That'd be crazy. All right, let's start some surgery. First, let's get our little gimbal protector out, throw this away. Ooh, it's nice and metal. There's only 2 holes down here at the bottom, and it looks like it just wraps around just like that. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. That is going to be perfect. Luckily, they provided us with a screwdriver, so appreciative of them. And it looks like it's a star screw, but let's go ahead and get this first screw out. Boop, second screw. Of course, is this the one that doesn't want to work? Oh no, I don't want to strip this screw. The other one came out so easily. All right, I guess with my better judgment, I pushed a little harder and we finally got that screw out. Let's go ahead and get this thing on before I change my mind. So it kind of just sets in there like that. Now, did it come with screws? Oh yeah, it did come with screws. I was about to say, these screws are too short to go in here. I almost threw this bag away. Good, so it doesn't matter that I almost stripped that screw. I don't need it anymore. All right, let's go ahead and line these holes up. These are some really tiny screws, and it's going to take a little bit of patience for me. So bear with me. All right, there, I think that's it. I think that's the leverage that I needed. Oh yeah, oh yeah. 1 screw in and 2 screws in. Make sure that they're tight because I'm not trying to have this thing fall off while it's in the sky, but it looks like it gives enough protection. Ooh, yeah. Look at that side profile. And now, moment of truth, can we put the lens cap back on? Because if not, I'm taking this thing off immediately. That was easy. That was easy. All right, on to accessory number 4. And this one is for those who want to have control over your ISO and your exposure and all that fun stuff. When you're shooting in the sun, you need sunglasses for your drone, and that's where these filters come in. This is the Bright Day 3-pack from Freewell, and the reason I went with these is because it allows you to put a mount on the camera itself, and then with the 3 filters you have, you can magnetically put them on when you need them. So you don't have to keep pulling off things, putting them on. I think this is gonna be a great solution as long as getting the mount on the lens is easy as hell. So let's go ahead and check that out now. This Bright Day pack comes with 3 ND filters, an 8, 16, and a 32. All have PL, which I don't know. I'm not even gonna pretend to know what that means. Let me know in the comments below. I believe it helps with glare on surfaces and stuff like that. So there is this, is a cleaning cloth. There's a video. Should I watch the video? Wait a minute. Oh, there's the mount. I was about to say, where's the mount at? Before I break anything, let's look at the instructions. But that's pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our awesome guard off. Let's get the mount itself and remove the little tiny adhesives. Okay, now we're going to try to perfectly align this with the lens. And there's cut out, so it looks like it should be. Where's that little spongy piece? I don't want to touch the lens, so I am putting it over the ND filter itself. That is installed. Now let's take one of our, oh, there's actually an extra one in here. That's good to know. So let's go ahead and put that in and put this little lip back over it. The package itself comes with an extra mount, which I appreciate. Let's take the smallest one. Let's do, and then all of us should be able to have to do is, boom. It is on there. Now, does it make the camera heavier is the question. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see if it lifts up. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, it works. And then another moment of truth. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Let's see if we can put the lens cover back on with the lens on. Now, I should have probably just read the instructions to see, but we're living on the edge today. Okay, it does not go on with the lens cover, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, put it back in its spot, put this back on, and boom, we have successfully gave our Neo some sunglasses, so we have a little better control over our settings when we're shooting out in the sun, or snow, or water, or wherever cool location you're gonna be at. Now, one of the greatest selling points about this drone, not only because of its ease of use, but how small it is. When I went out to walk with the family, I put this thing, just this, with all the accessories in my coat pocket, and it fit with no problems. When I wanted to shoot something, I just yanked it out, hit the button twice. I wanted to do a selfie. It did a rocket shot up in the air, and it came back with no problems. Now, with that portability, I want to make sure that it is somewhat secure. Like, let's say I don't wear a jacket. I don't always wear a jacket. I don't always have pockets big enough to put this thing in. So I needed a bag. That's where our fifth accessory comes in. This bag from P&G Moon. There you have it. It's a nice little crossbody bag, which I'll probably have to make a little bigger. Not only could you throw your phone in here or any other accessories that you need, but the part where the drone goes is what most interested in me. Let's make sure. Oh yeah. So this is where you put the drone itself. It's nice and padded. It actually looks like you can lock it in, but let me see if it fits with all of our cool accessories that we added. Yes, it does. And then we have a spot that we can put our lenses. We have a spot that we can put our batteries. Hell, I can even put my batteries up here, but I'm saving this for another spot. So far, yep. This bag is exactly what I needed it to be. I can see myself picking this up, just setting it next to the door, grabbing it, and being good to go. Have my batteries, have my drone. I don't need anything else, except for here, I'm going to put a controller. Yes, you heard me right. While it is possible to fly this drone without a controller, using a controller unlocks so much more potential of this drone. I had to get it. I can't wait for my controller to show up. But before then, I had to make sure I get one more accessory, and this is the bonus accessory for the controller itself. See, I have a Fold 7, and the thing that popped in my head, I was like, you know what would be awesome? If I can use the app to fly my drone or see what it sees in this format. The problem was the controller itself, I think it only goes to like 7.1 or 6.1. Unfortunately, this was not going to be able to fit in the controller without some type of assistance, and that's where this comes in. I don't know who makes this. It's just a tablet holder for the RC3 controller, and let's go ahead and get it open. While I don't have the controller right now, we can see if my phone fits in it, and if it doesn't, this thing's going back, even though I just ripped the box. All right, there is an Allen wrench in here. There is a nice set of instructions, but we don't care about that. We want to open, oh yeah. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So this part locks in to the controller itself, and this is where you actually put your tablet of choice. Or maybe that's as far back as it goes. Okay. So we'll save the tightening of this later, but first, I'm looking at the instructions, and I'm not going to be able to see if it fits with the controller without the controller. But essentially, this is right here. It's nice and padded up top here, and then it should rest on the built-in dock for your phone on the controller itself. I can't wait to test that, but we gotta wait until we get the controller. Other than that, is there any other accessories that I need to look into for my drone? I think I am nicely fitted out to make sure that this thing is safe in the air. If it hits anything, that I shouldn't have any too many problems, but I'm excited to fly this tomorrow because it's late at night right now and I'm not going outside. It doesn't see in the dark. Also, it doesn't have obstacle avoidance, so be careful flying around anything with this thing. That's why we have all of these nice accessories. So with that, thank you for watching. I will leave you with some footage, pre-accessories of what I've gotten so far from the drone, and keep an eye out on the channel for an overview and a recommendation of this drone. Would I pick this up if I was a brand new droner? This is my second drone, but fortunately this one is light years ahead of my DJI Spark, and I can't wait to make some dope ass content with this. Other than that, appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe so you can catch more of me, and I will see y'all in the next one.